Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I am Chipepe Gracie, and this is your Icu Tv main news bulletin. Let's take a quick look at the stories making headlines. HH reaffirms crackdown on illegal mining at ASM conference. Zambia champions economic diplomacy at Stanford Investment Forum. Government pledges stronger support for innovation and connectivity at ZAMREN Week 2025. In international news, Russian airstrike kills 24 in pension queue, Ukraine says. In sports, Habeenzu crowned 2025 Strongman champion. And now, the details. President Hakainde Hichilema has reaffirmed his government's commitment to tackling illegal mining and promoting lawful, safe, and sustainable practices in extractive sector. He said no form of lawlessness would be entertained and that all mining activities must align with Zambia's legal and environmental standards. Addressing the delegates at the official opening for the Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining ASM conference in Lusaka, President Hichilema stressed the need to formalize operations, especially for small-scale miners, to reduce fatalities and maximize the country's mineral benefits. He expressed concerns over the rising number of mining-related deaths, particularly involving youths in unregulated sites. Meanwhile, Minister of Mines and Mineral Development Paul Kabuswe noted that since the UPND form government, investor confidence in the mining sector has improved significantly, resulting in the resumption of large-scale operations.
Medium, small, artisanal, micro. You have to mine legally. If we don't have a license there, individual or cooperative or corporate entity, you will not mine there. Because this country, part of its growth agenda is to create an environment of law and order. When there's no law and order, it's sangwapo. Everything goes when there's no law and order. The job of the Minister of Mines is to facilitate legislation, issuance of licenses. That's the job of mines. Cadastre, everybody. Legal mining.
Zambia has reaffirmed its commitment to economic diplomacy as a central pillar of its foreign policy aimed at unlocking global partnerships for national development. Speaking at the Zambia Investment and Innovation Roadshow, California Roundtable Forum held at Stanford University, Transport and Logistics Minister Frank Tayali stated that while Zambia remains a historically non-aligned nation, it is actively engaging international partners to drive progress back home. He noted that under the new Dawn administration, collaboration with the private sector is key to achieving meaningful and sustainable development. Minister Tayali pointed to the Lobito Railway project as a prime example of Zambia's forward-looking infrastructure agenda. He said that the project will not only enhance the country's mining logistics, but also create jobs, stimulate secondary industries, and empower the youth. On the same platform, Cobalt Metals Chief Executive Officer Kurt House announced that his company has invested $400 million in Zambia over the past 4 years. He cited Zambia's political stability and skilled youthful workforce as a major factor that makes the country a low-risk and attractive destination for long-term investments. The forum brought together investors, policymakers, and innovators to explore opportunities and strengthen economic ties between Zambia and international stakeholders. The Ministry of Technology and Science has pledged continued support towards enhancing innovation and digital connectivity in Zambia's research and academic institutions. Speaking at the awards gala in Livingstone to mark the close of the 2025 Zambia Research and Education Network ZAMREN Week, Permanent Secretary Dr. Brilliant Habeenzu emphasized the ministry's dedication to building strong partnerships across the public and private sectors. Dr. Habeenzu said these collaborations are key to equipping institutions with the connectivity and digital tools needed to foster innovation. He also reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to creating more platforms for student-led innovations to thrive and be transformed into market-ready solutions. Also, speaking at the event, ZAMREN board chairperson Professor Mundia Moya expressed gratitude to the government under the member institutions for their continued support in advancing connectivity, research, and digital transformation in higher education. Professor Moya stressed the importance of deepening collaboration with all stakeholders, stating that ZAMREN's vision is to build Zambia where knowledge flows freely, innovation is cultivated, and research is fully empowered. Smart Zambia National Coordinator Percy Chinyama has reaffirmed the government's commitment to partnering with the private sector to drive the country's digital transformation agenda. Speaking in Lusaka, Mr. Chinyama highlighted the crucial role of private sector's innovation and investment in building a sustainable digital ecosystem. He stressed that the partnership model would focus first on engaging local private sectors players with international collaborations to follow. He made the remarks when delegation from the Information and Communication Technology Association of Zambia, ICTAZ, led by President Dr. Clement Sinyangwe, visited his office to present the 2025 Technology Information Confederation Africa Award. During the event, Dr. Sinyangwe revealed that Zambia won 8 awards out of 81 entries submitted by 14 countries at this year's TICON Africa Awards, a significant achievement for the country's tech community. He also announced that Zambia has been selected to host the 2026 TICON Africa meeting, marking a major milestone for the nation's growing technology and innovation sector. The Zambia Police Service has launched a comprehensive gender-responsive training needs assessment aimed at strengthening the country's participation in peace support operations. The assessment seeks to identify current capability gaps, evaluate existing training programs, and shape future training frameworks that will promote the meaningful inclusion of women in peacemaking missions. According to the ZPS, the TNA targets a broader group of officers, including those who have previously served in international peacekeeping missions, officers preparing for deployment, those who attempted but did not pass the UN Selection Assistant and Assessment Team examinations, and those who have expressed interest in future peacekeeping roles. Data collection is currently underway in Copperbelt, southern and northern provinces, while officers under the United Nations and Africa Peace Support Operations Directorate are conducting the exercise on ground. To ensure nationwide participation and inclusivity, the assessment has also been extended to all other police divisions and units across the country via online platform. A secure link has been shared with officers to facilitate data submission while maintaining confidentiality. The Zambia Police Service says the findings of the TNA will guide the development for more inclusive, effective training programs and enhance Zambia's contribution to regional and global peacekeeping efforts. We now take our first break. Stay tuned for more news after this.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
In our local stories, the assistant accountant at Livingstone Local City Council has been arrested in connection with the alleged theft of 360,000 Kwacha Constituency Development Funds (CDF) after spending over 2 months on the run. Sydney Silwimba, age 35, was apprehended on August 22, 2025, following a police manhunt that began after the case was reported on June 6, 2025. Southern Province Police Commanding Officer Oxensho Daka confirmed the arrest and disclosed that the stolen funds were meant for CDF empowerment beneficiaries. Sulimba, also formally charged on September 7th, 2025, and now faces 11 counts of theft by police and public servant. Sino Metals, Leach Zambia is in the process of decommissioning unsafe and tailing dams with completion expected by the end of this year. Speaking during a site visit by Acting Minister of Green Economy and Environment, Collins Zovo, the company's Assistant Director, Martin Amukusana, confirmed that the construction of a new safer trailing dam is also underway and is scheduled for completion by the end of 2026. Mr. Amukusama explained that the restructuring and construction efforts are part of a broader plan to enhance environmental safety and prevent future disasters. During the tour of the trail dam facilities at the Sino Metals plant in Chambeshi, Acting Minister Nzovu, who also serves as Minister of Water Development and Sanitation, urged regulatory bodies including the Zambia Environmental Management Agency and the Water Resources Management and the Mine Safety Department to strictly enforce compliance. He cautioned the agencies against being passive and stressed the importance of ensuring that Sino Metals adheres fully to all environmental and safety regulations. Police in Lusaka have launched a full investigation into the suspected murder of two Zambia National Service officers who were found dead under suspicious circumstances. ZNS BB camp in Lusaka West. According to a police statement released on September 9, 2025, the incident is believed to have occurred between 23 hours on 7th September and 5 hours on 8th September 2025. The two deceased servicemen have been identified as Warrant Officer Class 2 Mwila Sokwe, age 45, and Staff Sergeant Potfa Tembo, age 42. Both were discovered with multiple deep cuts near the camp's back gate where they had been assigned for the night sentry duty. Police say they received a report from fellow ZNS officers at around 8 hours on September 8, 2025, prompting officers from Bob Broom Police Post under Matero Police Station to rush to the scene. Preliminary findings indicate that the two were on duty from 7:30 hours on September 7th to 7:30 hours the following day. The motive for the killing remains unknown, but foul play is suspected. A docket of case has been opened and investigations are ongoing. The bodies have been taken to the University Teaching Hospital mortuary for postmortem examinations. Police are appealing to members of the public with any information that could assist in the investigation to report to the nearest police station. Assistant Public Relations Officer Godfrey Chilabi confirmed the development in an official statement. We take another break. Stay tuned for international and sports news.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenia Febamoyo. I'm your host on Let's Talk Mental Health. I invite you all to this show where you freely express yourself and together we find a solution. For more details, you can contact 0777 93 73 92 and we'll be there to help you find solutions to whatever you're going through.
In international news, 24 people have been killed and 19 injured in a Russian airstrike on a village in the eastern Ukraine, local officials say. The victims were ordinarily civilians collecting their pensions in Yarova-Deston region, said President Volodymyr Zelensky. Regional head Filiskin said emergency services were working at the scene, urging residents to evacuate to safer regions. Yarova is to the north of Sloviansky, one of the big cities in the region, and only few kilometers from the front line as Russian forces advance slowly in the east. If confirmed, the death toll would be among the heaviest attacks on Ukrainian civilians in the recent weeks, 42 months into Russian full-scale invasion. We are still in international news. Ukraine's main government building in Kyiv was hit for the first time since Russia's full-scale invasion of the country on Sunday, officials say. The BBC's Sarah Ransford visited the scene where she observed a huge amount of damage.
Building where the worst damage is here, where Ukraine is saying they believe a Russian missile struck this building. The first time that a government building has been hit like this, right in the most defended, the most protected part of Ukraine's capital, and it's caused a huge amount of damage here. You can see that the ceiling, the roof has been blown away, the windows too, and there's a huge hole in the floor there. We've also been shown fragments of what officials here say they believe is part of an Iskander missile, a Russian missile, which didn't detonate, but which they say caused all of this damage.
We take another break. Stay tuned for sports news.
Welcome to Zambia, a land of breathtaking natural wonders and diverse cultures, home to the Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Zambia boasts a rich cultural heritage, captivating wildlife and a promising future. Zambia is a nation rich in both history and modernity. In the heart of Zambia lies Lusaka, the capital and largest city located in the southern part of the Central Plateau. Lusaka.
In sports news, Zambia's gift Habeenzu has emerged victorious as the 2025 Strongman champion, claiming gold at the just-ended Zambia's strongest competition. The thrilling event also saw Zimbabwean athlete Chido Mwenzenise dominate the women's division, successfully defending her title and taking home another gold medal. Zambia Strongman Federation President Patson Muzondiwa expressed satisfaction with both the turnout and the high level of competition. He noted that such events are vital in promoting the sport locally and helping put Zambia on the global sportsman's map. In her post-victory remarks, Mwenzenise admitted the contest was challenging but said she was thrilled to retain her title. Ndola's Loveness Chibuye, who made her debut in the competition, described the experience as an eye-opener, though she felt she could have performed better. Another first-time competitor, Trevor Chingosho, said he was pleased with the performance and welcomed the opportunity to test his strength against seasoned athletes while learning valuable lessons for future contestants. That sports item brings us to the end of our main news. But before we go, let's take a quick look at the stories that made headlines. HH reaffirms crackdown on illegal mining at ASM conference. Zambia champions economic diplomacy at Stanford Investment Forum. Government pledges stronger support for innovation in connectivity at ZAMREN Week 2025. And in international news, Russian airstrike kills 24 in pension queue, Ukraine says. In sports news, Habeenzu crowned 2025 Strongman Championship. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I am Chipepo Gracie. Have a good evening.